Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about how to be an amazing wedding guest. You know, we spend so much time on this channel talking about what couples should do for their wedding day, but being a great guest is super important too. I hope you're not that type of guest who showed up in a white dress unless you were explicitly asked to do so, or another one who brought 3 uninvited plus ones. Whether you're attending your first wedding or your 15th this year, there are always ways to be a more thoughtful and considerate guest. After all, the couple has spent months planning this special day, and each guest plays a part in making it wonderful. You know, the guests make the wedding. So let's talk about how you can be that guest everyone appreciates having at their celebration. This might seem super basic, but you would be amazed how many people get this wrong. When you receive a wedding invitation, make it a priority to RSVP by the deadline, or even better, within a week of getting the invitation. Couples need accurate head counts for so many things, from ordering food to arranging seating charts to booking transportation. Every late RSVP creates extra work and stress for them during an already busy time. And please follow the exact RSVP instructions. If the invitation says we have reserved 2 seats in your honor, that means you and a plus 1, not you and your 3 kids. If no children are mentioned on the invitation, assume it's adults-only event. If you're not sure about something, it's always better to ask the couple directly instead of making assumptions. Remember, RSVPs isn't just about saying if you are coming, it's about respecting the couple's planning process and budget. A quick, accurate response is one of the easiest ways to be a great wedding guest right from the start. What you wear to a wedding matters more than you might think. The right outfit shows respect for the couple and contributes to the atmosphere they worked hard to create. First and most importantly, don't wear white, cream, or anything that could be confused with a wedding dress, unless specifically asked to by the couple. This rule hasn't changed, and yes, it still matters to most brides. Pay attention to dress codes mentioned on the invitation. Black tie means a tuxedo or formal evening gown, while cocktail attire means a suit or a nice dress. Beach formals suggest dressy resort wear that's appropriate for sand. If no dress code is specified, take cues from the venue and time of day, generally more formal for evening events and slightly more casual for daytime. Also consider the practical aspects. Outdoor weddings might mean grass. Avoid stiletto heels or hot sun. Bring a hat or sunglasses. Religious ceremonies might require covered shoulders or head coverings. When in doubt, it's better to be slightly overdressed than underdressed. And here's a helpful tip. Check the couple's wedding website if they have one. Many couples include specific dress code information or even color palette suggestions there. Wedding gifts can be tricky to navigate, but there are some simple guidelines that will help you get it right. First, check if the couple has a registry. This is the easiest way to get them something they actually want and need. Try to purchase registry gifts early, so you have more options to choose from within your budget. If you prefer to give cash or a gift card, that's perfectly acceptable too. In fact, many couples actually prefer this, especially if they are saving for a home or their honeymoon. Whatever you choose to give, make sure to include a card with your name. You would be surprised how many gifts end up being mysterious because guests forgot this simple step. And if you are shipping a gift directly to the couple, send a quick text or email letting them know something is on the way. As for timing, contrary to the old belief that you have a year to send a gift, it's best to give wedding gifts within 2 months of the celebration. And if your budget is tight, remember that a heartfelt, thoughtful gift often means more than an expensive one. without personal significance. Wedding ceremonies are not like casual dinner parties where arriving fashionably late is acceptable. In fact, you should aim to arrive about 15-30 minutes before the ceremony is scheduled to begin. This early arrival gives you time to park, find your seat, greet other guests, and get settled before the processional music starts. Remember, if you are walking in at the exact start time, you are actually late. If the invitation says the ceremony starts at 4 p.m., the bride might be walking down the aisle at 4 p.m. on the dot. Arriving late means you might interrupt this special moment or even end up in wedding photos as a person slipping into the back row. If you do run late for some unavoidable reason, wait until there is an appropriate pause in the ceremony before finding a seat. Or stand quietly at the back until the ceremony concludes. And please, silence your phone before the ceremony begins. There is nothing worse than a ringtone during vows. For destination weddings or weddings in unfamiliar areas, build in extra travel time to account for traffic, parking challenges, or navigation issues. Being punctual shows respect for the significance of the ceremony and ensures you don't miss any of the special moments. In our digital age, it's tempting to experience weddings through our phone screens. But resist this urge. Being truly present is one of the greatest gifts you can give the couple. Most couples spend a lot of time choosing a photographer and videographer to capture their day professionally. Your job as a guest is to enjoy the moment, not to become an amateur photographer. During the ceremony especially, consider putting your phone away completely. Many couples now have unplugged ceremonies for this exact reason. They want to see your faces, not your phones. If you do take photos during the reception, be mindful not to interrupt the professional photographer's shot. Or use flash when they are walking. And while it's fine to share a few photos on social media, don't post anything before the couple does. They should be the first to share their special day online. Being present also means engaging with other guests, participating in traditions if you are comfortable doing so, and bringing positive energy to the celebration. Dance if there is dancing, join in the toast, and be open to meeting new people. Your enthusiastic participation helps create the joyful atmosphere every couple hopes for. Every wedding venue has its own rules and restrictions that couple has agreed to follow. And as a guest, you should respect this too. If the invitation says the reception ends at 10 p.m., that's when the party concludes, not when you should start thinking about leaving. Venues often have strict end times with financial penalties for going over, so respect the schedule the couple has planned. Be mindful about restricted areas or activities at the venue. If certain rooms are off limits or if there is no smoking except in designated areas, follow these guidelines without complaint. The couple has likely chosen the venue carefully and put down a substantial deposit that could be at risk if guests don't follow the rules. Also, pay attention to the flow of events. If the couple has planned specific activities like the first dance or cake cutting, be present for these moments. Wandering off for a long bathroom break or phone call during key traditions can be disappointing for the couple who wanted to share these moments with all their guests. And finally, treat the venue staff with respect and kindness. These professionals are working hard to make the day special, and how you interact with them reflects on the couple who hired them. Open bars at weddings can be wonderful, but they also require responsible drinking. No couple wants their wedding to be remembered as the one where Uncle Bob fell into the cake or when Sarah gave an inappropriate toast. Pace yourself throughout the event, especially for weddings that last several hours. Alternate alcoholic drinks with water and make sure to eat enough food to absorb the alcohol. Remember that champagne and wedding signature cocktails can be stronger than they taste. Be aware that your actions at a wedding are being captured by the professional photographer and in countless guest photos. These images will become part of the couple's permanent wedding memories and potentially be shared with their future children and grandchildren. If you do find yourself becoming tipsy, switch to water or coffee, get some fresh air, or have a trustworthy friends help you scale back. And if you are planning to drink more than a little, arrange transportation in advance. Whether that's a designated driver, rideshare service, or hotel room within walking distance. Enjoying the celebration is encouraged, but remember that this special day isn't about your good time, it's about honoring and celebrating the couple's commitment to each other. No matter how carefully planned, weddings rarely go exactly according to schedule. Being flexible and adaptable is one of the best qualities you can bring as a guest. If the ceremony starts 15 minutes late, dinner is served later than expected, or there is a sudden change of plans due to weather, maintain a positive attitude. Complaining only creates tension and can get back to the couples, adding to their stress. Remember that behind the scenes, the couple and their team of vendors are working hard to handle any unexpected situations. Your patience during delays or changes shows understanding and support for what can be a complex event to execute. This flexibility extends to seating arrangements, food options, and other aspects of the day. You might not be seated with the exact friends you hoped for or be served your preferred meal, but approach these situations with grace. If there is a serious issue, like severe food allergies, speak discreetly with a coordinator rather than making a public complaint. Being easygoing and adaptable helps create a relaxed atmosphere that allows everyone, including the couple, to enjoy the celebration more fully. Weddings bring together people from different parts of the couple's life, creating a unique opportunity to make connections. So be open to meeting new people and engaging in conversation beyond just your immediate friends. At the reception, introduce yourself to others at your table and find common connections. Usually your relationship to the couple is a good starting point. Ask thoughtful questions and be genuinely interested in getting to know the other important people in the couple's life. If you notice someone sitting alone or looking uncomfortable, include them in conversations or activities. This kind of thoughtfulness creates a warm community feeling that enhances the wedding experience for everyone. And while it's natural to spend time with people you already know, try to engage with a variety of guests throughout the event. The couple has carefully chosen each person to be part of their special day, and mingling widely honors the community they've built. Remember that these new connections could become meaningful friendships. Many lasting relationships have begun at wedding receptions where people discovered shared interests or values. After the wedding is over, take a moment to express your appreciation for being included in such an important day. A thoughtful text, email, or handwritten note to the couple after they return from their honeymoon let them know how much you valued being part of their celebration. Share a specific memory or moment that was meaningful to you, whether it was a beautiful ceremony, a touching toast, or a fun moment on the dance floor. These personal reflections are often treasured by couples who were so busy during the event that they missed experiencing some moments fully. If you took any special photos that the professional photographer might have missed, share this with the couple after they've received their official wedding photos. Just be mindful not to overwhelm them with hundreds of images. And finally, respect the couple's privacy during their honeymoon and first weeks of marriage. Unless they're actively posting on social media, give them space to enjoy the special time together before reaching out. Being an amazing wedding guest is really about thoughtfulness, respect, and celebrating the couple wholeheartedly. When each guest brings their best self to a wedding, it creates an atmosphere of love and joy that makes the day even more special for everyone involved. Remember that you've been specifically chosen to witness and celebrate this important milestone. Your presence and participation are meaningful gifts that go beyond anything material you could give. I hope these tips help you be that guest everyone loves having at their wedding. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more wedding advice. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. What the best thing a guest has done at a wedding you've attended? Share in the comments below. See you in the next videos very soon. Bye bye!